Okay, we're going to start at one of the most recent cases. This is going to be Destiny Pittman. On Destiny Pittman, she was killed back in 2015. This is a case that I believe 2015 to 2013, one of the two. She was shot and killed outside of her residence. This is one case where I've had a former member of McCartney Iron, Jay Shanks, we'll get to him here in a few, where he told me McCartney Iron knew who did it, and they've been putting them on the back burner, not letting the law enforcement do what they needed to do, because they wanted to take care of them themselves. He was the one that gave me, oh, the boyfriend did it. Well, the boyfriend was there at the residence along with a roommate. And I'll go back through, I got a screenshot of it, but there was one that knew the roommate. Right after the murder, there was the roommate's brake lines being cut. And this person that knew that roommate came forward on one of Destiny Pittman's to arrested page and made a comment. Anytime you would pressure and ask the roommate who it was, did they know him, they would always push you off. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. This is what we're going to get into today. The whole, I don't want to talk about it. They know things. Not in just this case, but other cases. A drug ring involved. McCartney Iron, which is Destiny Pittman's dad's old position as president of. We're going to start going down a very large rabbit hole. I'm going to start this video off with explaining. The first 3 or 4 videos are going to be what I'm seeing before this true crime community gets involved. Just like Kathy Allen, they would get hate messages, threats, of the like, in order to pretty much just shut them off and get them off Facebook. It doesn't help when what needs to be seen on these profiles, before the hate emotes, before the trashing, the threats, intimidation, harassment by some in this community think they're doing good. All they're doing is muddying the waters on what needs to be seen. So, without further ado, we're going to start with one of the 2 brothers, Joey McCartney. He's married to Angie McCartney. We'll get to her in a second. But this is where the stalkers on my Facebook, when it comes to me speaking out about Karina McClurkin's case and other cases, is I keep noticing people in and around this drug ring. We're going to get to them at the very end on every one of them that I'm about to be showing now. But like Nicholas, he's got one friend right off the bat, and one mutual friend. Who is this mutual? We're going to go into Amanda. That's a family member of another missing case we're going to get into. Some of these, I've noticed, are afraid to speak out because of this exact reason within this ring. And not every time you're going to notice on the friends list something. But I'm going to show you kind of where to look and what I can see on my end. Not many able to see on their end. So we're going to go through here. Adam Hawkins. And the ones that don't have the friends list open, you're able to usually show stuff through this. So, all the time on this. We'll get to Angie here in a second. But to make it easier, we're going to go to Vanessa. Usually, when you go to Rico Duke, the Duke side of the family is so high up in one of the kingpins. We're going to get into Mickey Mumble, Ashley's Blaine Nelson's girlfriend. And Blaine admitted on the live that he played a major role within that drug ring. Ashley, thank God, is now a recovering addict. She's doing damn good. Armand A.B. Bridgeforth. We're going to get to him when it comes to Keegan Klein and other cases here in a short bit. We're going to get into Lucky, and Lucky is going to be really showing bright like a diamond when it comes to later on, when it comes to the 2018, 2020, and 2022 drug ring bust. How Lucky is almost friends with every single one of them, just like Jordan Hayes and Joey Trueblood like to show up. But Mickey Mumball and the ones kind of showing right here, we're going to get to this match right here. Ashley is, like I said, Blaine's girlfriend and a user. So, yes, she would know a lot in the ring. And I wish she'd be open as much as Blaine was, but I understand where she's scared and hesitant to do so. But Blaine admits to being best friends with one of the higher stillers, Gabe Ellis. Called him a brother. But needless to say, we're going to get into some serious subject matter today as we get through. Excuse me, I had a cough. But Autumn Greenwood, that's another one. Paige Salon. We're going to get into Paige Salon, Chris Ogle. But what I'm getting at is multiple people within, like Adria Shea, her and her husband, Kayla Grimes, Parker Jones. A lot of these people added me know a lot more than what they want to talk about, and it makes me sick. Like I said, Trent Perkins, Candace, Crystal, Sarah May, Tara Jade. These all know more than what they are pretty much going on at. There's Robert Duke, another one of the Dukes. And you start noticing a lot of these names keep repeating and repeating and repeating. There's a reason for it. The drug ring, like Aaron Ringley is involved in, among others, are repeating themselves. Adam Gonzalez, the Gonzalez family, Cavazos. I don't care if I slaughter these last names, but these two at the top, their last name, that's two other members of the Kingpin family. And I've got information from an ex-girlfriend of one of these Kingpin family members. The harassment, stalking, the breaking in, the tearing up of the car, to scare the sex into keeping her mouth shut, all it did was enrage her to try to get anything or somebody to speak up on her behalf. She actually sat down every single Kingpin family members, from the Dukes, Cavazos, Gonzalez, Chavez. Your name is going to be out, and you're not going to like it at the end. And then your dealers, they think the over 150 names that were picked up in the raids is enough to get this group to stop. It's very easy for them to actually get another dealer signed on and start dealing to keep their product going, to keep their money coming in. But another one is Adam J. Pratt. We're really going to get into him when it comes to politicians, like one sitting in an office right now, Mark McCann. How Mark McCann, Hurt, and others that are friends with this individual can actually go and fulfill any multiple felonies, from beating women, violating protective orders, drugs, you name it. How is an individual that is friends with individuals like the prosecutor, the former commissioner, Paul Wyman, you'll have about every judge is friends and acquaintances with this individual, but yet allows it to go through their judicial system and go into their courthouse where he gets a very minimal slap on the wrist or bad boy and let out. It's sick. AJ Bowen was another one we're going to get into later. But it just goes to show you, like Armand, everybody that's friends with these people. And then, well, I'm going to show you another one, is ones that are friends with, of all people, we're going to go right to case. Like right there, Keegan Klein. We're going to get into his later on. But so many that know this individual, names that go back into other missing killed cases, but want to remain silent. Makes me sick. Then you're going to have Klein Sprague, Malachi Iron, Melissa House, Susan Perry. There's some more names like Susan Perry and Melissa House. They keep showing up around other cases. Delphi including, saying we want justice. We're going to have some elected officials, some people up in the politician-wise. One, like Senator Jim Buck, is going to be showing up a lot around a lot of dealers, a lot of upper members of the upper echelon when it comes to the drug ring, the kingpin families. You're going to see a lot of friends of his where they are, just like Martha Lake. And you wonder why this problem never gets taken care of. Over and over again. Josh, I've actually got it where I've got a message where he was on the upper echelons just like Gabe Ellis. It was Gabe Ellis, Dilling, Blaine, Josh Everling. Everling was trying to tell me that he was going to take me to court for what? Letting him shooting at the cops or accidental discharge when he was running. Why he was a active dealer. For what? Speaking about your public information past. Letting it be known that your past and your buddy, like Brent, was trying to cover for you. Oh, sometimes people have their past and they want to keep in their past. Well, when your past, Josh, and other members of this drug ring dealing is behind multiple missing and killed cases, you know information on, but just like Brent, it's like, oh, sometimes people don't want to say anything because they've moved on. They're trying to make a better future themselves. How can you move on when over 56 missing and killed cases go back to the same ring you were dealing for? Down to 17 of these were children. Children. I don't know about you, Josh, and the rest of you, but the golden street rule, you don't F with kids. And when you do, we don't take care of your kind. We don't take too kindly of your kind. Your friends, the suspects like Joey and Jesse, going back to missing and killed cases. And those friends of theirs, they go back to, oh, they happen to be friends with ones that are involved with Delphi and others. You guys make me sick on what you know and you don't want to say. Just because you think you want to go on and make a better future yourselves. It's sick. More and more and more of these names are going to keep showing up. I'm trying to do a quick version to try to get this out there, but I'm giving you pretty much all of his names that are friends with him and back to where they're going through. I'm going to go into a deeper dive. I've already got all this screenshot, so go ahead and get rid of me if you want, because a lot's about to come to light that needs to be brought to light. Now we're going to go on to his brother, Jesse. And like right here, right off the bat on his, Justin Stigger. We're going to look right here, see who shows up. Oh, Armand, Lucky, Jordan, Tiffany, Jacob, Jeremiah. Imagine that. It's all in who you know. Let's show that one. Jacob. But we're going to go back to actually like Brandy, Ariane. Imagine this. So many users. Cody, I grew up with him. God bless his soul, but he got real deep into their drugs. And it's kind of sad to see him actually show up. Being a lifetime family friend of mine, growing up with him, he got into hard drugs and it kind of took over his life. He's still battling it. He's still going through some charges, home detention, stuff like that, while trying to keep working. Excuse me, I had a cough. But we're going to get to some of these people in a deeper way later on. I'm just trying to pull some up. But you start noticing where when it comes to the people that are adding and stalking my Facebook page, keep going back to more and more and more cases. From Karina, Delphi, Sarah May's another one that keeps showing up in about every single dealer. But you're going to start noticing where a lot of these names keep popping up. And like Blaine, he finally started just talking to me, opening up. Tierra Jade, the one that exposed when it comes to Judge Fouts, who is part of the Kokomo Good Boy Club, the corruption. Yes, it's got judges, individuals that work at the jail, sheriff's deputies, among others out there at the sheriff's department, 911 dispatch, Easy Zimmerman. Yes, I'm naming a few names. I'm not scared. There's correctional officers in the jail that are friends with multiple in this drug ring. It's sick. But that Kokomo Good Old Boy Club is really deeply affiliated when it comes to the whole Kokomo crew, the dealers within that crew, murderers, child rapists. It's sick. A lot of these people know a lot more than what they need to be saying. What they choose to say is silence. And as you can see, 10 years for her case, it's kind of sick when it could have been a whole lot faster. And right now I'm just going to go through like a few, try to meet the, time requirements. Trying to keep this short and sweet. But I've already got all the friends list documented. Another one of Milwaukee Iron. We're going to go to mutuals. Marianne, Mickey Bumball, Lucky, Charlie, Candace, Susan. All these names that keep showing back around Milwaukee Iron. Milwaukee Iron, their members and individuals around them, and ones in and around the ring, like he keeps seeing right here, that are showing up, at times friends or close friends with the people that are friends and close with suspects like Jesse and Joey. You people make me sick, where you can actually keep your mouth shut, knowing what you do. Von Kirby, he came forward when it comes to Karina's case on another firefighter. He said they had to watch him, Ricky Miles, when it comes to being on duty, doing his work at the sheriff's department, because he was a known threat to females. The other firefighters like Vaughn and others that had to work with him had to keep him pretty much in check, where he doesn't hurt any females on the job. Yes, he came forward with information that came from Bond. It just makes me sick. And I'm just kind of randomly hitting a few of these because you're going to notice all it takes is a few. His house. Chris Flores. I don't know how he died, but I guarantee you, some of these people on here know. It just makes me sick on how many that stalk my page, where they go back to. Not only like I'm showing here around friends and acquaintances, there's so many on here. And like I said, I've already went through and documented all this, but I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, below 30 minutes. We're going to go into some of the harder hitting facts on these. and where some of the names keep coming up over and over and over when it comes to this ring. The ones in and around it are the ones that are showing up around other missing killed cases. Y'all know a lot more than you're willing to say, and it's sick. We're going to go to his wife. And they think their friends list being hidden prevents what is right here from showing up. Don't work. As you can see, over and over, some of the same names. They keep showing up. These people need to be brought in and questioned. Trent Perkins, Melissa. It's the same names over and over and over again. Be it involved, around, and affiliated with this drug ring. I don't really have to go into a lot of detail, but you're starting to see what I'm getting at. I can see the ties between the cases and this drug ring. Nobody else can. The reason being is the whole fact a lot of these in and around this drug ring added and have been actively stalking me. I've actually had physical attack. I still have to get 2 plates, my orbital socket, put in. We're still having issues with that. So this ring is not only violent, but they are proven to be highly deadly. And I'm just kind of going through and giving you an idea. We're going to, like I said, go into a deeper, harder subject on these, but I'm just trying to get a few videos at the very beginning on what's being showed. As you go through, you're going to see some of the names I brought up, why I did, and like Raquel, she had a family member, hers missing. It's the only reason I found her. Jessica used to be in the Army. Now she's highly dependent on the drugs up in Kokomo. It's sick. Some of these people had their whole lives ahead of them, going strong, and went down their wrong path. It's another business I've noticed around a lot of these drug individuals. I like to know why. These names, like I said, go back into other missing and killed cases. Why? I'm just trying to pull up a few more where I can give you an idea. There's a lot more that meets the eye, and you need to look into. Because when a lot of these names come up over and over and over again, not around suspects, but around missing cold cases, people are actually arrested in them, and these names just show up over and over again. It's sick. Not only do they know the victim, they knew the perpetrators, the suspects that actually committed the cases. And instead of speaking up, they're choosing silence, thinking silence is the answer. It's far from it. We're going to go into a few more cases this next episode. But this is beyond sick.